Izzat Ibrahim al-Douri befriended Saddam Hussein in 1963, then they were both part of the early intelligence apparatus of the Ba'ath Party and participated in what would be known as the July 17th Revolution in 1968, which overthrew Iraqi President Arif. Al-Douri later became Saddam Hussein's vice president in 1979. And he looks exactly like Walter White. Like, the similarity is astonishing. I'm blown away. As vice chairman of the Revolutionary Command Council, Al-Douri was involved in the wars against Iran and Kuwait. During the 1988 to 1989 Al-Anfal campaign, Al-Douri was said to have ordered Ali Hassan al-Majid, aka Chemical Ali, to use mustard and sarin nerve gas on Kurdish fighters in Halabja. Which, if you don't know what the Al-Anfal campaign was and what happened at Halabja, I recommend you look it up for yourself, as I don't want this video to get age-restricted like my 1991 Iraqi Uprisings alternate history video was. Al-Douri was complicit in the invasion of Saudi Arabia and the attack on the town of Khafji in January 1991. During the 1991 uprisings in Iraq, he was involved in the suppression of the revolt led by Iraqi Marsh Arabs. When the Kurds rebelled again in 1991, Al-Douri warned them, quote, "If you have forgotten Halabja, I would like to remind you that we are ready to repeat the operation." On March 5, 2003, during an emergency summit of the Organization of the Islamic Cooperation, Al-Douri made a heated address where he accused the neighboring Gulf states of being traitors for cooperating with the United States and Israel. He blamed Kuwait for being responsible for Iraq's suffering, after Iraq had previously invaded Kuwait. His comments sparked the Kuwaiti representative to stand up and protest, and Al-Douri responded by telling him to shut up, sit down, and claimed he was an American agent, then proceeded to call the representative a monkey. During the U.S. 2003 invasion of Iraq, Al-Douri went into hiding following the fall of Baghdad and was made the king of clubs in the famous Most Wanted Iraqi playing cards, making him among the top most wanted figures in Saddam Hussein's regime. Al-Douri was then the founder and leader of the Ba'athist Insurgent group Army of the Men of the Naqshbandi Order, as well as the Supreme Command for Jihad and Liberation based on his long-standing positions. The first visual evidence of his resurgence started on April 7, 2012, when a video posted online showed him giving a speech. In the shots, he is seen wearing his olive military uniform and glasses, denouncing the Shi'i-led government in Baghdad and interference in Iraqi politics by regional Shia powerhouse Iran. And I still just can't get over the resemblance between Al-Douri and Walter White. A year later, in April 2013, the Iraqi government claimed to be closing in on Al-Douri's position, who they claimed was moving between Tikrit and the following towns of Hawaji and Dur, which is alleged to be an area of strong support for Al-Douri, and also where he was claimed to have owned a villa. But in 2014, Al-Douri returned to Tikrit during the Iraqi Civil War, having evaded the Iraqi security forces. The relationship between Al-Douri's militias and ISIS is complicated, to say the least. Both relatively stayed out of each other's ways while they killed innocent Shia groups as well as other militias. He made various internet appearances, making videos to his followers in 2015, and claimed that ISIS was detaining a third of the Ba'athist command, and then he went on to claim the number of ISIL victims in Iraq did not equal 1% of those killed by the militias. Because he was competing to kill innocent Iraqis with ISIS, like the kind of sick guy he was. He did more of this type of thing throughout the 2010s, making videos because he thought he was some kind of Ba'athist militia influencer, one of which taunted President Trump in 2018, claiming Trump was too scared to attack Iran. Al-Douri was reported to have died several times, the first being in 2005, a few times in 2015, once in 2018, and again in 2020. In an article published by NRT News, however, reported an Iraqi politician, Hassan Alawi, meeting Al-Douri in the Kurdistan region of Iraq multiple times following the reported 2020 death. The latest of these reports occurred on August 17, 2021, that is implying that Al-Douri is still alive and active. Did you know about Izzat Ibrahim al-Douri, aka the Iraqi Walter White, before this video? Do you believe that he really died in 2020, or is he still alive due to how many times he has faked his death in the past before? Write in the comments, and thank you for watching.